Hello and welcome to my podcast. My name is Katie and today we will be reviewing the latest details in an alleged murder case that I originally covered on the 12th of May 2023. Eric Richins tragically died on the 4th of March 2022. His wife, Kouri Richins, was later arrested on the 8th of May 2023 and charged with first-degree aggravated murder and multiple counts of second-degree possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute. AKA, she's accused of poisoning her husband. But before we get into what's new with the case, I'd like to remind you that there are children involved and they have lost their father and may lose their mother to the prison system if she is found guilty. These children may see the various podcasts, articles and videos about their father's death in the future, so I ask that everyone be kind and mindful. I'd also like to state that as of 30th of June 2023, the day I am recording this, Kouri Richins has not been proven guilty, so is presumed innocent. Firstly, we'll quickly review what we already know. According to the arrest warrant, the defendant, Miss Richins, allegedly poisoned Eric Richins on or around 3rd of March 2022, causing his death. This was not the first time that the defendant had allegedly poisoned Eric, as he had expressed to his family previously that he thought that she was trying to poison him. Following Eric's death, the defendant wrote a children's book about grief and loss and went on a book tour in her local area of Utah. There is also evidence of various life insurance policies on Eric that had changed beneficiaries a few times before his death. If you want to know the details of that and other information such as a rumoured affair, please listen to my previous podcast about this case. Richins' attorneys have since argued that there was no substantial evidence to support the charges. Since recording my last podcast about this crime, the accused has appeared before a judge for a detention hearing on the 12th of June 2023, and the judge denied bail, citing the aggravated murder charge and the evidence and motive presented during the hearing. Some of the evidence included digital records, phone activity and documents. The defendant's internet searches included phrases such as, quote, "Can cops force you to do a lie detector test? Luxury prisons for the rich in America. Death certificate says pending, will life insurance still pay? If someone is poisoned, what does it go down on the death certificate as?" End quote. Other evidence includes testimony regarding the acquisition of fentanyl, which is the drug that killed Eric. Eric's sister said during her witness impact statement that the accused had previously attacked her, punching her in the face and neck. The state suggests the usual motive of money, and it seems that the universe heard this because on the 15th of June, it was reported that the defendant has filed a lawsuit against her late husband's estate, stating that she is being kept from property that is legally hers in the wake of her husband's death. The two largest properties in question are the proceeds of half of Eric's business and their family home. The civil lawsuit alleges that they both purchased the family home when they were engaged in November 2012, and each contributed to the down payment. Eric's widow is claiming that she made improvements to the property and continued to pay household bills after Eric's death. The couple signed a prenup when they got married in June 2013, and this states that the wife has no claim in the business unless her husband predeceased her, in which case his ownership stake in the business would pass to her. Prior to Eric's death, and perhaps because of his suspicions about being poisoned, Eric had established a trust and assigned his business interests to that trust. One of his sisters is the trustee to that estate. Kouri's legal team argues that the prenup trumps the trust. Eric's half of the business has been sold to his business partner as planned for $2 million, and the family home is reported to be worth at least $1.9 million, all of which the widow's legal team claims is legally hers. Utah law currently prohibits those convicted of homicide from profiting from their crime. Eric's family invoked this law on the 10th of May 2023, 2 days after the accused was arrested. This law is known as the Slayer Statute, and I have included a link to this in the description if you'd like to go and read that. And as recently as the 27th of June 2023, so just 3 days ago, Eric's sister, on behalf of his estate, has filed a lawsuit against Kouri with numerous causes of action, including wrongful death, battery, stolen bank account money, fraudulent credit card charges, stolen tax payments, fraud, breach of contract, invasion of privacy, and abuse of Eric's identity. This civil lawsuit is reported to be worth $13 million. There will be a scheduling hearing on September the 1st, 2023 for the criminal charges, and the preliminary hearing date will hopefully be decided then. As for any dates regarding the civil lawsuit, there is nothing reported yet. Final thoughts, and this is just my tinfoil hat moment, conspiracy theory, whatever you want to call it. So this is not official, this is just what's in my head. But is Miss Richins hoping that the civil suit will be finished before the criminal one? Because until she's been proven guilty in the criminal case, she may be able to win the civil case because it has not been proven that she caused Eric's death. Just a theory. And something else that I've been pondering is as to why it took so long to arrest Miss Richins after her husband's death. If you know why, please let me know in the comments, and it'll be interesting to see what details we get during the criminal trial regarding this delay in the arrest. I can only assume that they were gathering evidence, even though the accused stated to police when Eric died that she made him a drink, went to sleep, and a few hours later woke up to find Eric deceased, and that only her and her children were in the house at the time. But I would like to end remembering the victim in this crime, Eric. He is described as a family man who always strove to be the absolute best father and husband. He was an attentive and loving father to his 3 sons. According to his obituary, he loved to have fun and was always the life of the party, and was a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Words cannot describe the loneliness and loss that is felt in every heart that was lucky enough to know him. Thank you for being such an inspiration and role model for us all. We love you, Eric, with all our hearts and more. That was a small excerpt from his obituary. Again, I will link that in the description below if you would like to read the full document. I will also list the previous 2 episodes that I've done on this case, as well as the arrest warrant, some information from Court TV, some information about an alleged affair, and the civil lawsuit, the estate of Eric versus Kouri Richins. I can't find Kouri versus the estate. If you have access to that complaint, I would appreciate you sending me the link or the file, because I can only find it behind a paywall. It'd just be interesting to see how similar the 2 civil cases are in respect to what they are accusing, because the civil lawsuit against Kouri cites all of the criminal charges as well. That's all the information we've got at the moment about this case. I initially wrote all of this a few days ago, and I thought, yep, that's it, I'm done, I can just read it But no, I logged on today to find all this information about the estate filing a lawsuit. Anything could happen over the next few days, weeks, months in regards to any of the 3 cases. I think there's only 3, the criminal one and the 2 civil ones. Thank you for listening to my podcast. I hope you found it interesting. And if you did, I'd appreciate you sharing, liking, subscribing, commenting, etc. All the relevant links are below in the description, as well as where you can find me all over the interweb. Thank you again, I really do appreciate it. Still new at this podcast thing, but I am enjoying it, and I hope you are too, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.